Hi, and welcome to today's Monday Musings. I am so glad that you're here with me today. Today, I want to address the issue of torment in decision making because I feel that there are some of you who have been in a very difficult, challenging relationship and you don't know what your next step is. I want to encourage you today that if you seek the Lord in all you do, He will show you what path to take. You know, there were many different times in my journey that inside my head, I wanted out. I thought everything was so painful and I had no control that the only way to gain control was to pray and ask God to get me out somehow. And in one of my very dark moments, that went on for quite a few weeks, I remember driving around in my car and I was in one of those little cars that would be comparable today to maybe those little Fiats. And I was driving down the road on a very gray wintry day and found myself behind a logging truck. And the bed of the truck was filled with freshly cut trees, and they were held onto the bed of the truck by huge chains. And I remember going through my head and saying to God, you know, how miserable my life was, how terrible I was, and I was such a bad wife, such a bad mother, that it would be better if I were not even around. And so in that moment, though, I felt like I couldn't take my own life, but I could ask God to. And so I cried out to the Lord and I said, let those chains break and the logs fall on me. I wanted God to make me His victim. I didn't know it then. All I knew was that I was in abject pain. I couldn't do anything right. Anything I did turned out negative, turned out bad, turned out sad, turned out hurtful to someone else. And I was so overcome with the emotions of that, I just couldn't bear it. Well, obviously I'm here. Obviously, the Lord did not break those chains and allow me to be crushed. But what He did allow was for me to be crushed in my spirit so that I could experience His liberating love for me, because He met me in that place. If you read the beginning of my book, you'll know that it was after this time that a man of God came to my church, and he had a word of knowledge, and he spoke to me what the Lord had given him. And everything that had been going on in me in secret, the condemnation, the negativity, the abuse, the desire I had to forgive, and my forgiving bearing no fruit, this man of God knew was going on in my life, and he was standing there to tell me, I see and I know who you really are. Come away with me. And so I'm saying to you today, God sees you. He knows who you are. He knows your difficult decision, and He is waiting for you with His hand extended to you to say, come, my daughter, come, my son, come, my child. Let me love you into liberty and give to you the life that is promised to you by me in my word. If this resonates with you, or you think it might resonate with someone you know, would you put a note in the comments below, or send me a private message, or share this with others? Because there's a hurting world out there, a discouraged bunch of people that really need to know that God does read their mail. He may send someone like he sent me to read their mail in order to be able to say, I see and hear what has been going on in secret. You think I don't know, but I do, and I've got you. StephanieRJ.com, ARJE. Find me on Facebook, find my website, send me an email. I'd love the opportunity to encourage you as God has encouraged me.